Melissa, and I am Minnie Run Recovery. I'm really excited to begin week 3/4. I didn't know where I was going to be on my training because of my long COVID. I hit what we call the long COVID wall sometimes, where I can only do so much and then all of a sudden like my body's like, I need a rest, and it just stops. So the fact that I've been able to consistently train 3 days a week for running is amazing in itself, because I didn't know I could get this far. And whether or not I run the full marathon or I do run and walk, the fact that I'm even able to move, I'm just so grateful for. And I'm also grateful for the fact that all of you have been following me on this journey. You guys have been so supportive, sharing my videos, sharing my channel. So thank you so much for that. I know I'm brand new to YouTube. I would love feedback if you could give me some. And yeah, just full of gratitude today. And I can't wait to share what happened with me this week. So I'm gonna get started with my meal prep. So I did the same thing I did last week. I looked at my fridge and I'm like, well, I have lots of leftover vegetables, specifically spinach. Like I had like a whole pound of spinach, and I was like, all right, let's cook it so that I can use it effectively. And so I stopped by Meijer. I got some bananas, oranges, and apples for a side snack. And then I got gluten-free pasta noodles. I had garlic in my fridge, so it was pretty easy to combine that later, and my oil. So everything worked out great. I still have a whole container of noodles that I haven't eaten yet. So it looks like I have a whole thing for next week that I just don't have to worry about cooking, which is absolutely fabulous. I prefer the Meijer pickup situation just because, you know, with my short-term memory here and there, I struggle sometimes to remember, you know, everything on my list. And so if I just sit down at my computer, just type everything in, and then I just go and pick it up, it's just so much easier for me than spending like an hour and a half sometimes in the grocery store looking for things, trying to get things to be picked up. I used to do Meijer curbside during the COVID like start in 2020. So I know that most workers with Meijer curbside are absolutely fabulous. Like they try to get the best looking vegetables and fruits. So, you know, like I am more than happy to use that service and just, you know, cut my time in half. So obviously not promoting Meijer in any way, shape, or form, you know, in terms of getting advertisement fees, but I just really like using that service because it's so much easier for me than, you know, having to double check my list to make sure I have everything. So my grocery total went to about $50 again this week, and totally fine with that. My second dish that I decided to do, aside from my spinach and gluten-free noodles, was my Mexican turkey meat dish, I guess is the best way of saying it. So I threw that in a crock pot, and I just briefly cooked the turkey, ground turkey, on my stovetop, and really well. Really simple, really easy. I was able to do both of those recipes in about an hour's worth of time, which for me is tier 1. Like, it is really helpful. I have such a busy schedule, so being able to get 2 meal preps done in 1 hour is great. And I still have leftovers from that, so it looks like this week in terms of meal prepping, I might not have to go to the grocery store as much, maybe just to get a couple of vegetables. But yeah, it's been wonderful, and I've been really enjoying the meals, and it's helpful because the only time that I have to run pretty much is during my 45-minute breaks at work. So the hour lunch that I normally take, I just take that time, run for my 30 minutes, go back to the office, heat up my food, and then eat. So that's great. So yeah, meal preps were great this week. I still have some leftovers from that. My boyfriend wanted to spend time with me because my students are on spring break, so obviously I wanted to make sure that I did that since we don't really spend a lot of time together during the week. So, anytime that I can, do that, I will. So yeah, the food was great. Sarah did a wonderful job making my meal prep. I'm still gonna go over a few things and make sure that I have a balanced meal. I didn't make anything with chicken, so it makes me wonder if I had enough protein for the week. I did also buy Brussels sprouts, white onions, and turkey bacon again, so I wonder if I should just make that recipe too so I have enough protein to get me by. But aside from that, it was great. Workouts this week, I have a ton of goals aside from running. Being a dance teacher, it's important for me to also have teacher related goals, and one of them that I have is get close to or get an aerial, which is a no-handed cartwheel, by the end of the year. So I started training with Coach Stephanie, and she was absolutely excellent for my first session, and so she gave me lots of exercises to do at home. And so I've been doing the 10 minutes of her exercises consistently almost every single day. Lots of modifications because I can't take a acro mat to work necessarily. So I'll use crates, or I'll bring my TheraBand with me in my bag. For weights we have water jugs, so sometimes I just use the water jug to do the squat with the lift with my water jug. But yeah, I have a couple clips of me doing it at the studio as well, just to test everything out. I think it's great cross training because I feel personally how it's important for me to have a really strong core and make sure that my body is balanced, because with running and using my legs quite often, I want to make sure that everything is at optimal level, I guess is the best way of putting it. So yeah, I enjoyed my cross training. I kept to it. I was able to do 10 to 15 minutes every day, so we're in good shape. So yeah, for my runs went really well. I did technically 4 this week, because last week, since I went to a Comic-Con event on Saturday, I knew I was going to get home on time to run, so I ran Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, which would be today. So yeah, it got a lot more intense than what I was anticipating, and you'll see that in the videos. But again, enjoyable because it's closer to what I had done before. And what was super nice too on Saturday was the Detroit Freepress Marathon is now meeting together for group runs. And I went with Megan's group, and I was able to meet up with Judy and Monica, which is really nice. So you'll see Judy on the run. I apologize for the shaky camera. Don't know why that happened. Usually my DJI is really good with that. But I don't know, freak accident, not sure. We're gonna find out. But yeah, Judy has always been super inspirational to me. I also teach her dance, and she's so motivated, and she has so many dreams, and being around someone with that kind of positive energy is really inspiring to me, and so I was really excited to be able to do that with her. And Monica is my Disney running buddy. We both really love Disney related content, and so I'm excited eventually to be able to run with her in the future. I am running in runDisney this year for the marathon, hopefully Dopey. We're going to cross our fingers, because it's going to be on my 30th birthday. 1, 2, I just, want to do something consistent to train to get to, running. And I'm I know if I sign up for something that, I will have to stick to a schedule, and that it will force me to be accountable. And so by doing this training, I'm going to go back to doing that again. And 3, I just absolutely love Disney. I love Walt's mission. I talked about it in a couple videos ago, but I'm a huge dreamer myself, and I wanted to do so many things, and I have so many goals I would like to reach that, like, I like being surrounded by that type of environment, and I feel like Disney brings that type of magic. Like, looking at some of the old ride videos, like especially like Haunted Mansion, and like how things were made, and like the Imagineers' creativity is just inspiring to me. So I think that's why I really love Disney in general. It's hard to tell, but I think that's the magic that every time I go there, it just brings something out of me and inspires me, to keep dreaming, keep doing what I'm doing. And that, Walt's journey himself was a very difficult one, with all the rejections that he received prior to making what we know now as Mickey Mouse. And so seeing that grind, I'm like, I can do this. Like, my dance dreams, my running dreams, all of those things I have in mind, like even like my meal prep, I'm like, I can do this. Like, I'm not gonna give up, even if it's not what I envision it to be necessarily. I'm going to keep trying. I'm gonna keep pushing. So yeah, I really enjoyed the runs I had this week, and it's been going so well. I'm just gonna keep up with that training, and next week is the official runDisney registration for Club Disney members. I don't have a Club Disney membership, and I'm literally shaking in my boots a little bit because I have registration the week after, and I hope I still have a spot in Dopey. I'm just going to make sure to do whatever I physically can to be ultra prepared. I'm going to make sure that my account in runDisney is updated. I'm going to look up my race times from last year and put them in, just so it's just like I don't have to worry about putting all that in and then losing the Dopey registration later. So that's my big plan. And then if any of you are doing runDisney, and you're signing up for the race either next week or this coming Monday when my videos may be released, or the week after, I highly recommend doing that. So it's just one less step for you to think about when you're registering. So yeah, it's coming so close. I also got my chart for Dopey, and whether or not I actually run Dopey, I'm going to follow the training plan. And I figured, if I just get in the marathon, or if I get in a half, or if I get the Goofy challenge, like, I'm still gonna follow what is on that chart, and do the 5K, 10K, make up whatever I wasn't supposed to do. I also know that runDisney registrations sometimes go up really quickly, and there's opportunities to run with charities. And so if I'm unable to get the registration through that, my next opportunity will go through a charity, and I'll just do some research to make sure that the charity I go with really resonates with me. There's Kelsey's Hope that I've noticed before. I helped pay for the photography for my last runDisney race for Springtime Surprise in 2023, to get my pictures. So that one seems to be what I would consider the top of my priority list. But if I'm not able to get through that charity, I'm going to definitely do my research and see what else I can achieve. So, all right, here are my runs. Here are my challenges. Here are my struggles of the week. I hope you guys enjoy, and here we go. So yeah, guys, today I started off so strong. I did all of my work from home really well. And then I meal prepped. I did 2 meals in the meal prep, and then all of a sudden I hit what we call the COVID wall, where I literally have to stop because I'm so exhausted. And so I decided to take a 30-45 minute nap, and then I'm like, I still have things to do today, so I drove to the studio to try to get as much stuff done as I physically can. I have my run scheduled. I'm just going to be super careful. If I feel like as I'm doing it, it's not safe, I'll just stop. But I'm going to try to be as consistent as I physically can. I know that most people will be like, just schedule it another day. It's no big deal. But with my schedule, sometimes it just doesn't allow me to make those types of adjustments. So I'm just going to do my best. I'm going to give myself grace if I need to. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. It's just a little setback, and that's okay. And I will get through this, and everything will get better on the other side. So wish me good vibes today, please. And I'm going to go ahead and start my run in a second. Finished that run. Wow. So I got onto the new week. Basically, it is run for a minute 30, or sorry, run for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, walk for a minute 30, then run for 5, walk for a minute 30, back up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, walk for a minute 30, run for 5, then cool down. So it was it was a bit more intense than I thought. Maybe I'm just going too fast, but it felt really good. And since it's like 50-ish today, getting out of a really hot gym into this chilly-ish weather feels really good. So I'm on my way back to work right now. Everything else is going pretty good. Diet's going great. Good morning. Excuse the crazy hair. I'm gonna go on a group run with the Detroit Freepress Marathon. So hopefully that goes really well. And I'm excited to do this. I haven't done this since I've been diagnosed with long COVID. And that is the cat beckoning me to feed her. So I'm going to feed her and ready to go. Judy this morning! So yeah, super exciting. I haven't really run with Judy in a minute, training wise.
It's been a year.
Yeah, it has been a year. We've been the Atwater run, right?
Yeah, last
That's
summer.
it? Yeah. Run complete. Finished the run with Judy today. It was a really good time. Yeah, outdoor runs for me are somewhat different than indoor. I feel like I want to do a little bit more research in tempo and pacing. I say I'm a fairly new runner, even though I've been doing it for quite some time, because when I was first exposed to running, my partner at the time had me just run on the treadmill for 30 minutes straight to do a 5K. And obviously over time I learned that that wasn't a very healthy way of training. And so, now I'm doing more research, and I speak to a lot more runners in the Detroit Freepress, and I figured some things out. But yeah, we try to keep it on the slower side today. And I was running with Judy, so obviously I wanted to have a conversation and such, so I enjoyed it. It was really nice. I've never been on this trail before, so it was such a good time. So yeah, that finishes my week. I hope you guys enjoyed all of my content. Feel free to like and subscribe to my videos, and comment, please comment. I want to know what you guys want to see, and what other kinds of content I can create. I'm thinking next week I want to share some of my medals and important moments that I've had in races in the past, and potentially share my story about my aunt, who inspires me to run. So, and again, I want to thank the running community here in Michigan, the Detroit Freepress Marathon, Michigan Gals Run Club. All of you guys keep me going through this, and I just love the support that you guys are giving me. And I can't wait to do this again next week. So I'll see you then, and thank you so much for following my channel.